Good day, everybody. This is Yin Yang in California with Morsels of a Thought, number 1618. I am setting up. I was late because I had a business call early in the morning. My time was Eastern time, past Eastern time, actually. And I was held up a little bit, just a little bit. Okay, so let me take a look at this. All right, this camera is already set. We will stay here like this. Good day, everybody. This is Yin Yang. I am here with morsels of a thought for you. Every morning, I come here to try to cheer you up, make you have a great day, whether it's an evening for you, afternoon, or some time in between. You can come here and get some morsels of a thought of wisdom. We try to get wisdom around here. Wisdom is way more than knowledge. Sorry. And I want to talk about George J. Chanos's book, Millennial Samurai, Book One. Book One, um, A Mindset for the 21st Century. Okay, so in the recent weeks, we have done some previews of this book. We previewed the fact that your brain is a double-edged sword. I want to read the whole thing now. Your brain is a double-edged sword. Your brain has two sharp edges, one that can help you and one that can harm you. Understanding how your brain works will allow you to gain a greater understanding not only of your own thoughts, but the thoughts of others. The following chapters allow you to see the world more clearly, think critically, guard against misinformation, and assist you in your search for the truth. Our brains experience the world and collect information through our five senses, our senses of sight, sound, touch, taste, and smell. This sensory information is what creates our thoughts, emotions, perspectives, and personalities. There is also a sixth sense, which is called the subconscious. Our brain, uh, our brains also process information and sensations at different levels of consciousness. Our conscious mind plays a critical role in shaping how we experience and respond to the world, but our unconscious mind also exerts a huge influence on our lives. That is the sixth. Yin Yang is saying that that is the sixth sense. I didn't get that part from George J. Chanos. Uh, the very nature of our brain means that we are highly susceptible to manipulation, misdirection, and control. So I'll read the rest of this. We had skipped a big portion of it the last time we read it 2 weeks ago. Okay. Our conscious mind plays a critical role in shaping how we experience and respond to the world, but our unconscious mind also exerts a huge influence in our lives. Our brains receive approximately 11 billion. Our brains receive approximately 11 million bits of information per second, yet our conscious brain can only process 15 to 50 bits of information per second. The vast majority of sensory information enters through our unconscious brain outside of our conscious awareness. We believe that when we make decisions, we understand the principal factors that influenced those decisions. Very often, nothing could be further from the truth. Our most basic assumptions about ourselves and society are often based on information that we may not even be aware of consciously. Our brains do not simply experience the taste of wine or food, they create it, and that creation of taste is influenced by a multitude of factors, including the product's marketing, price, label, bottler brand, our surroundings, music, and the people we're with. Memories are not only the sum of what we have done, this part we haven't read before, memories are not only the sum of what we have done, but also the sum of also the sum of what we have thought, what we have been told, and what we believe. Research Researchers have shown that it is possible to implant false memories through conscious and unconscious suggestion. These false memories feel no different from memories that are based on reality. Often our memories are incomplete. We can't remember every detail. In these instances, our unconscious brains may fill in the missing pieces. Our memories then become a combination of what we actually remember and what our brains create to fill in the missing gaps. Excuse me while I remove the item that is killing me. There's dust in my room. The unconscious brain makes the brain extremely susceptible susceptible to suggestion, a double-edged sword, the unconscious brain. Labeling children as gifted has been proven to be a powerful self-fulfilling prophecy, and branding a child as a poor learner has been shown to have the same self-fulfilling effect. Music, colors, and textures have been shown to influence purchasing decisions in a manner that is outside of our conscious awareness. Even chemicals can influence our thoughts and actions. Think of perfume, huh? Oxytocin, which is released during sexual intimacy, hugs, and casual touching, can lead to feelings of emotional closeness even in the absence of a conscious intellectual connection between the parties. It also promotes trust. In one study in which subjects played an investment game, investors who inhaled an oxytocin nasal spray were much more likely to show trust in their partners by investing more money with them. Social media and, quote, fake news, end quote, provide opportunities for manipulation on a scale never before possible. We have yet to fully understand or appreciate the true nature of this risk. The very nature of our brain means that we are highly susceptible to manipulation, misdirection, and control. Advisors, corporations, politicians, and governments all know this, and you need to know it as well. This point cannot be overstated. You need to recognize and guard against your inherent physiological vulnerability to misinformation and manipulation. You do this through increased awareness, inquiry, and attention. You need to be aware of both your brain's immense power and significant vulnerability. You need to see your brain as a double-edged sword, both to maximize your potential and to avoid harm. Ah. So we're on 1618 today. That's how many mornings I've been here. I think that, oh, that's 04. Sorry. I have to rewrite things sometimes because my writing is so. We were reading something here that the bookmark just fell out of. I want to find it. Life isn't fair. I have read that part. I have read that part. Okay. I think there's another one. Oh, mindfulness. On page 118. We haven't finished reading page 118. Mindfulness. Okay. First, I will read the highlighted segments of mindfulness after the quote by Jill Bolte, Bolte, Taylor, American neuroanatomist, author, and speaker. She says, we are capable of mindfulness. We are capable of changing our thoughts and changing our brains. Yin Yang says that she has learned that that is also a way to change your destiny. Change your brain, change your destiny. Mindfulness is hold on. Mindfulness is the essence of engagement. The moment one gives close attention to anything, even a blade of grass, it becomes a mysterious, awesome, indescribably magnificent world in itself. Those who perform at the highest levels are the most focused and the most mindful. When we start to focus on positive thoughts, we let go of our fears and anxieties. Pain is often a given, but suffering is optional. In some, There is scientific evidence that we have the ability to control our thoughts. We do this by experiencing life more fully, more consciously, and more mindfully as it unfolds. Now, those were the bullet points of this, those were the subsections of this chapter. And I'm going to read the whole chapter because we only read a tiny bit of it before. Oh, we read a little bit, didn't we? Oh, goodness. Okay, well, I'll read the part that we didn't read. That's all. Okay. The first paragraph is mindfulness is a state of active, open attention to the present moment. When you are mindful, you observe your thoughts and feelings more consciously. Instead of letting your life pass you by, mindfulness means living in the moment and awakening to all types of experiences. Now, pain is often a given, but suffering is optional as part of the last half of this chapter. The last half of this chapter is what we did not read. People who are struggling with weight problems can use mindfulness to control their weight. Imagine eating a strawberry very slowly while contemplating and appreciating everything about it, the smell, the texture, how it looks, the taste. By practicing mindfulness while eating, we can cultivate an appreciation for the food we have and develop a sense of well-being that eliminates our emotional cravings. In some, there is scientific evidence that we have the ability to control our thoughts. We do this by experiencing life more fully, more consciously, and more mindfully as it unfolds. It is important that you understand this critical concept. You have the ability to control your thoughts, and you need to use that ability. Learning to control your thoughts is an ongoing process that requires focus and effort. You won't gain control over your thoughts immediately, and your level of control will never be total or absolute, but with effort, focus, and mindfulness, greater control over your thoughts is absolutely possible. By controlling your thoughts, you will develop the courage to overcome your fears and begin to recognize your immense human potential. Begin by accepting personal responsibility for changing your condition. Learn how to pivot and adapt to changing circumstances. Recognize the need to push forward and persevere to overcome the challenges you face. Think about all your choices more carefully and make the right choices. Focus and commit to doing that which is required to achieve your objectives. All this begins and ends with your thoughts. You have the ability to develop and improve both your conscious and unconscious mind through reading, experience, and practice, and you have the ability to gain greater control over your thoughts through focus, meditation, positive affirmation, visualization, and mindfulness. That's great. Okay. Mindfulness will help you change your destiny, says Yin Yang. According to George J. Chanos, it can help you change your brain. This is number 1618. I'm putting that in there right now. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. All right. And red. Done. Okay, 1618. Now we are going to the page that I know we didn't finish. Emails, we did that part. Designing your future. I did not read parts of it to you. I'm going to read only the two parts that I did not read, plus the first and last paragraph. Designing your future. The first step in designing your future is self-examination. In considering your employment and career options, you first need to ask, what is important to you? Is it gaining wealth, status, position, or power? Is it acquiring recognition or fame? Is it to please, satisfy, or impress someone other than yourself? Perhaps your family, a spouse, or a love interest, classmates, colleagues, or friends, or the views of society in general? Is it having more time for your family, the flexibility to work from home, the ability to get time off for travel? Is it having a real passion for your work, doing something you love, a desire to learn, or a desire to help others? The part I have not read is that we to begin your analysis by examining and understanding your motivations and establishing your priorities. The next thing to consider is what the critical tasks or key responsibilities of a given job or career that you are considering. Uh, The next thing to consider is what are the critical tasks or key responsibilities of a given job or career that you are considering? What skills will be required to excel at those tasks and successfully discharge those responsibilities? Next, ask yourself what specific skills you have that will allow you to succeed in performing the tasks that will likely be expected of you. What are your strengths, existing skills that will help you excel in a position? And what are your weaknesses, required skills that you lack? If you lack the skills required to succeed in a specific job or profession, then pursuing that job or profession at this time is probably a poor choice. There is no point in pursuing a job, trade, or career when you lack the basic skills required to succeed. A better decision would be to take a step back and acquire at minimum the core skills required to succeed before attempting to secure such a position, or simply choose a job, trade, or career that is more aligned with your existing skill set. You don't need to have perfected the skills required for a given position before seeking out that position. Your skills can and will develop on the job, but you should at minimum have a strong aptitude and preferably above average competency with regard to the skill set required for the position prior to seeking the position. Below is a list of skills that are commonly required in order to excel at various jobs and professions. Rank yourself on a scale of 1 to 10, with 1 as the lowest and 10 as the highest on each of the below skills. Then identify the skills that you believe will be required to excel at a given position. Do some research to confirm your assumptions concerning what skills are likely to be required of a given position. When you find a match between your skill set and the skills required of a given position, you will have identified a job, trade, or career where you are likely to find success. This is important because you are far more likely to be happy in a job or profession where you can and will excel than in one where you lack the basic skill set required to excel. Proficiency in one of or more it Proficiency in one or more of the below skills is typically required of most jobs and professions. The exact skill set required will depend on the positions. How would you rank yourself on the following skills? And I read this last week. There were 4, 8, 12, 36 different skills. I read last week. I said, after assessing your skill set, consider the skills required of various positions and then decide where you are most likely to find success. Then consider how those positions might meet your overall goals, priorities, and objectives. This should allow you to narrow down the choices that are most likely to lead to a happy, successful, and meaningful life. Now, the choices were, and I'm going to read them in a different way this time: leadership, financial, social, judgment, accounting, marketing, organizational, mathematical, creative, management, observational, graphic, strategic, listening, design, motivational, negotiating, computer, relationship, dispute resolution, sales, communication, analytical, physical ability, teaching, writing, language, coaching, public speaking, technology, delegation, social media, technical supervision, networking, typing. Finally, consider other intangible issues such as how you feel about the people you would be working with, how you and your family feel about the city you would be working in, and what level of compensation and benefits come with the position. Are you motivated and excited about the position? Do you have a real passion for the work, the mission of the company, and the overall opportunity? Based on these considerations, you should be able to make a good, well-informed decision. Now, this was a cool part because you can get a job this way. This would help you to identify your skill sets and make it so that you know where you are strong and where you lack the skill. So be sure to check this part out, designing your future, before you go on to the rest of the book. Okay, we have a lot more to go. We have that. Okay, we can keep that. And that is George J. Chanos, Millennial Samurai, Book 1, A Mindset for the 21st Century. This is an amazing book. I want to see if there's another section I may have skipped through something, or we went through a little bit of it and didn't read the rest. The Internet of Things. Oh, yeah, the Internet of Things. We have a little bit here. Let's take a look at it. We read a lot, but we skipped a little. Okay, so the Internet of us. I'll read the first and last sentences of this section, and then the parts that we didn't get. Okay. The first sentence is the Internet of Things, IoT, converts environmental information into a digital format and transmits data to a central hub for further analysis and action. The parts we did not read were: sensors and microprocessors are becoming smaller, faster, cheaper, and more powerful, and high-speed connectivity is pervasive across the globe. This progress means we can now plug in from any corner of the world and get virtually unlimited insights in real time. The ability to capture any form of sensory information will create a new form of intelligence that never existed before. More than 80% of cars are expected to be connected to the internet by 2021. Data-driven systems will be integrated into the infrastructure of smart cities, making it easier for municipalities to manage traffic flows, reduce fuel consumption, diagnose and predict pending maintenance issues, reduce waste, improve law enforcement performance, and operate other programs more efficiently. Bridges will be built with smart cement equipped with sensors to monitor stresses, cracks, and warps. These sensors will alert us to fix problems at the earliest opportunity. If there's ice on the bridge, the same sensors in the concrete will detect it and communicate that information via the wireless internet to your car. Once your car knows there's a hazard ahead, it will instruct the driver to slow down, and if the driver doesn't, then the car will slow down on its own. The last sentence of this part is IoT has incredible businesses will need data science. IoT will also create demand for new skill sets. Businesses will need data scientists who can create actionable intelligence for their particular business needs. IoT has incredible potential to disrupt both business to business B2B and business to consumer B2C business models. It will create and transform entire industries. That was B2B and B2C with the numeral 2 in between. So here we are. Good to see you. Hope you have an excellent day. Get this thought into your head. These morsels of a thought will help you to create some more thoughts of your own, to do the right things and create more virtue by just doing those right things for you. Okay? old Kinderheck.